2002, my husband John was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and they said, here's a pill. There's really nothing we can do. It's a progressive disease, and I'm a problem solver, so I started to dig into it, and I realized this is really a systems problem, and understanding the flow of what's going into the system is really key to figuring out the underlying root causes of Parkinson's, because very little research, almost no research, goes into actual root cause. It's all about affecting things downstream to maybe prolong, slow down, but never really go back to the source. What's going through the system? Well, the main things going through the system are food and water, what's going through our digestive tract, which most neurologists or conventional allopathic doctors are not trained in nutrition or food, or they have very little training in food. So I started out initially looking at food and the food supply, the chemicals that are used on food, and the genetic engineering of food. In studying the genetic engineering of food, also started to question in my mind, well, can't these changes transfer to us? And at that time, I knew nothing about the microbiome. In 2014, I read a book called Missing Microbes by Dr. Martin Blaser. And he talked about the rise of many chronic conditions after the implementation or the bringing to market of antibiotics, and how that was changing our gut flora, this internal pharmacy. So I started to learn about the microbiome, and about 6 months later, the first paper was published showing that they could divide the two primary types of Parkinson's by gut bacteria. And I said, that's it. The gut is the general ledger, back to my accounting days, and it's got a balance, and the answers are going to be in the microbiome. And so I quit what I was doing in real estate operations and consulting and started funding research at the University of Chicago in the microbiome of my husband and myself, looking for answers, and along the way, connections in the gut across diseases, and started to think in a bigger context. We call things single diseases, but really going back to that root cause, the microbiome, many of these chronic diseases share similarities in what's going on in the gut. And so founded the Bio Collective. We started to collect fecal samples and do whole genome sequencing to understand these connections and see what was going on in the bacteria. And from that, started to explore this internal microbial pharmacy that we have. We're more microbial than we are human, and came to this idea of restoring pieces of the pharmacy by restoring microbial ecosystems that can function in ways that we've lost.
Hello and welcome to Long COVID Foundation podcast. Are you seeking answers and solutions for the lingering effects of long COVID? Well, you've come to the right places. This is your go-to channel for educational resources tailored to help you understand and cope with the challenges of long COVID. Whether you have been following us from the beginning or just joining our ever-growing community, we extend a warm invitation to hit subscribe button and become a part of our ever-curious and supportive audience. From gut bacteria to groundbreaking therapies, could a holistic approach involving the microbiome be the missing link in our fight against long COVID? Can we find answers to neurological diseases in the most unexpected places, like the microbial world within us? What if the path to managing diseases like Parkinson's involves fostering a healthier gut ecosystem? We are about to delve into groundbreaking research that could change the way we approach treatment. Join us on this journey of discovery as we explore innovative strategies and potential solutions. And in this episode, we will explore the promising science behind microbiome-based interventions and their potential impact on Parkinson's. COVID-19 has been identified by its prominent fever, cough, dyspnea symptoms, but it is essential to highlight the neurological manifestations seen in long COVID patients. There are studies reporting Parkinsonism symptoms among patients after SARS-CoV-2 infection, which responded to the standard PD treatment options. And up to date, the pathogenesis of Parkinson's disease is not fully understood, and it is thought to be based on a subtle interplay between genetic and environmental risk factors. A recent meta-analysis showed as H. pylori increases the risk by 1.5 to 2-fold to develop Parkinson's disease. Other studies showed that positive patients for cytomegalovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, herpes simplex 1, Borrelia, chlamydia, pneumonia, and H. pylori are at more risk to develop Parkinson's disease compared to health controls. And we have covered this topic in our previous podcasts with Armin Labs. But today we move deeper into understanding Parkinson's disease and importance of gut microbiome. After watching this episode, you will learn, is it possible that your gut influences your brain health, potentially offering hope for those battling Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and other neurological diseases? Could the trillions of microbiomes in our gut hold the key to unraveling the mysteries of long COVID? Stay tuned as we explore the fascinating connection between the microbiome and this neurological disorder. We will review exciting developments in this episode.